Hey, Steve Q here, and welcome back. It's been a while, guys and girls. Got a great video title for you today. It's called How to Get Laid. And as the saying goes, it's not what you think. So basically, we're going to talk about some what I call gateway skills here. And the first gateway, take notes, take copious notes. The first gateway skills, if you want to be successful in sales and communication, because let's face it, that's what, in my book anyway, selling anything to anybody, it's a two-way street. It's an exchange of information and views, etc. And one of the best things that we can do, you've heard the saying, haven't you? You've got two ears and one mouth. Use them in that way. So one of the best core skills that we can all develop is listening. And I'll tell you one reason nowadays why it's so important but so effective as well for you to develop listening skills is because everybody out there is usually a crap listener. People, me included, probably you included, are fed up of people not listening to them. What does it do to somebody when you don't listen to them? Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. Apart from piss them right off, it actually lowers dramatically their self-esteem because nobody likes to be ignored. If we get ignored, it's a psychological proven fact that our self-esteem comes down. We feel worth less or less worth. We feel more insignificant than we already do. So if you are one of the rare people in your prospect's life who actually listens to them, and I'll go into a lot more detail in another video specifically about listening, but if you actually listen to people every time they speak to you and they realize that you listen to them properly because you feed back their words to them, you let them know that you understand where they're coming from, if you really listen to them, then they will love to talk to you. And every single time that it's you on the phone or you showing up at their house or office, whatever, they will get a good positive feeling inside. You will automatically raise their self-esteem because they know it's going to be a great experience. That's the first, what I call gateway skill in this little video, is listening. The second one is having a great attitude, yeah? Because all too often nowadays, people's attitude is either it's plateaued or it's even down. So have a great positive mental attitude. I just spoke to somebody on the phone a little while back and she said, "Hey Steve, it's great to hear your energy." Well, you know what? My energy, I turn it on when I need to, and this is something that you can learn to do. When you need to connect with people, you've got to raise your attitude, raise your energy levels. Even if you don't feel like it, you get into the habit of doing it. And this is a habit. This is a skill. This is something which can be learned on a day-to-day basis. And the better you do it, somebody once said that repetition is the mother of all learning, and that is so true. So the more you practice this skill, the more you can raise your attitude, raise your energy levels, and that becomes infectious, and other people buy into that. They buy into that kind of contagious enthusiasm, if you will. Okay, gateway skill number 3 is something which is a very, very rare commodity nowadays, and it's a thing called initiative. I honestly think that the way that society has bred people over the last 20 years or so, it encourages people not to think. It encourages people not to think for themselves, and it really encourages people to have a massive, massive lack of initiative. What do I mean by that? Well, I'll give you an example. If you go out for a drink on a Friday night and you buy a pint of lager and that costs £5, for example, I don't know what it costs because I haven't done that for a long time, but if it costs £5 and you're coppering up a bit of loose change and you say to the barman, who probably sells, I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000 of those over a period of his working week, you say, "How much is that, mate? I just want to get rid of some change." And he says, "I'll just have to go and check." There's no initiative, there's no common sense. So if you actually demonstrate initiative, you will stand out head and shoulders above your competition. And this is another great thing nowadays. People's initiatives and senses have been dampened down and desensitized that much that you don't have to be a real star to shine brightly above your competition. Okay, gateway skill number 4, guys, is a decision. Okay, make a decision that you are going to be the very best you can every day, but you are going to be the most impactful impactful. You are going to learn the most you can every day. You're going to hone your skills every day, and that you're going to speak to as many people as you can every day. Expose your business, expose your product, yourself, whether it's in the real world, whether it's in the virtual world, but just make that decision that you're going to get yourself up the ladder a little bit more every day, okay? And the last one, speaking about contagious and attitude and all that thing, is the word enthusiasm. Yeah, enthusiasm. This word actually comes from the Greek word, the God within, entheos, yeah? And you know what? Enthusiasm is infectious. It's totally contagious. If somebody is, and here's the thing, sincerely and genuinely enthusiastic about meeting you, someone's enthusiastic, sincerely and genuinely about the product or service that they're selling, you can't help but pick that up on a like emotional level. And that's really where it goes within. I guess that's what the entheos, the within bit means. It's emotionally. People internalize it. It resonates with people in their heart and then up to their brain. And we all know that people buy on emotion and justify with logic. So enthusiasm really is a major tool. And look, I've just written those out there for you so you can see there how to get laid. That's an alternative spelling of a word of laid. But if you look at the last few letters, the last four there on enthusiasm, IASM, you can make a nice little acronym out of that, and it says I am sold myself. That's what that can stand for. And that really is it, isn't it? That sums it up in a nutshell. If we believe, they believe. If we're sold on the product, on the service, on the company, then there's a really good chance, if that belief and that self-selling is absolutely genuine, then our prospects, our clients and our customers will be sold on it too. Anyway, that was that. It's great to see you all again. I hope this has been helpful, interesting, entertaining. Give us a like, share us on social media. I'm Steve Q. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.